Hi guys, I'm here again to walk you through on how you can create a food flyer design. Just another simple step. Alright, like I said earlier, once you're able to master the deep features of Pixellab, you can create just anything. And remember, ideas are not created out of nothing. Ideas are created out of your inspirations, what you see, what revolves around you, what you even hear. You can use them to create just anything you want to. All right, let's get on with this now. And this is your blank page as usual. You do the first thing by importing your design materials. Let's start with the background. Okay, you import your background. We're using a square shape again. There you go. Then you import the texture you're using. Here it is. Okay, I expand. Now I change the color. Go to color, change the texture color to white. Yeah, you have white now. Well, don't just change it to white because on your background, let me explain something to you right now. Your background has two major colors, right? Good. Now, the bottom part of your background has black. Now, you need to make this texture has a black bottom background. Okay, so instead of using color, you go to gradients. Now, go there, use this plus sign. Okay, click on it first here. Use this plus sign to manipulate what you want to manipulate. So let's say we make this bottom part black. Okay, then this part we make it white. Click on this here, click on this color, you drag it to the top and you have white. Let's see. Okay, it's blending. Now click on this plus sign to add another bar where you can add color. If you've used CorelDRAW before, this shouldn't be new to you. Okay, you make it white again. Now what you're trying to do is you're trying to create two different colors where the top part will be white and the bottom will be black, so that the bottom will blend with the original black background. Reduce the opacity so it will blend properly. Now let's try to reduce the opacity. We proceed into doing other things. Let's add our logo. Here is the logo. Perfect. Decentralize it. Relative position. Center. Okay. Before you do that, adjust it a little. Increase or reduce the size. So we're reducing at this time. Okay. Good. Now you change the color to green. Go ahead to add in the next thing. I think it's a food. Yeah. All right. We've added this. Okay. So let's add a shadow to it. Okay. Then we proceed. Now let's add a shape that will carry all the foods. Okay. So we're using this. Let's try to increase the radius. Don't worry, we'll cut. So let's leave the radius at 50. Okay, let's leave it at 50. Then we crop rather. Okay, you have this now. Okay, and you add a shadow to this. Yeah, leave the blur radius at 15, and you're good with that. Then we go ahead to add the first food. So after adding the food, you centralize it. Then you add a shadow to it. Shadow works magic in design. Okay, it works a lot of magic in design. So you offset Y. First, increase the blur radius of the shadow to 25. Increase the blur radius of the shadow to 25. Increase the offset Y to 20. Let's add a text. Place the first text. Change the font, text font. I'm using Nervous. Yes, this is what I'm using. Okay, so I'm using Nervous, and I used a font spacing. Click on spacing and I reduce it to -5. It shrinks the letters in the word. Okay, so if you have just as you have place your here right now, you can reduce. You see what I'm doing? So you can use this as well. There's so many things you can do with this. All right, like I said earlier. Okay, let's leave it at 5. Good. Then let's duplicate this so we can still work with the use for it. Okay, so this is it for place here. You can manipulate it, make it bold. All right, order now. For the order, I use a font called non-Latin. One of the non-Latin series, I use the first one. Just follow what I'm doing. Now there is something important that we need to do here. We're going to use a feature called perspective. And this is how it works. Enable it first. That's what you're trying to achieve. Okay. So you have that. You're still going to do it for the place here. Okay. Duplicate order so you can have now. Okay. You've achieved that. You can add a stroke to the other noun if you want. Well, it's necessary because you just want to make it tick. Don't forget to use the exact same color you're using already. Okay, you've added some weight to it. Okay, good. Now let's add the other fold. Let's go to gallery. Let's add this. Okay, you've added the first one. Let's say, now go ahead to add all your foods and place them in the same order. Okay, now you've carefully added all your images. Don't forget, when adding your image and you want everything to be the same size, okay, and the same alignment, you have to use your eyes. So sometimes when you think you can see clearly, obviously there's something you're missing. So what you need to do is to zoom. Okay, zoom in to make sure that you're okay with what you're doing. You can see what I have here right now. They are not the same size. If I didn't zoom, I wouldn't have been able to see this. Okay, so I adjust a little. Okay, this is reasonable. That's how design works. So please pay attention to it. Those are important details. So let's bring this food to front. Then you go ahead to add your arrow. Go to shapes, select, here is an arrow. Let's go ahead to crop it. Zoom so you can move it around as much as you want. Okay, then you rotate it. Use the green color you've been using. Good. We add the next thing. That'll give us a rectangle. Increase the radius of the rectangle to 40. Remove the fill. Increase the stroke. Leave it at 5. The stroke color, choose your usual color. Okay, perfect. So you have this now. You have to use the same feature you used previously, the perspective feature. Enable it. Don't forget to use your eyes. Then your eraser tool comes in play. Increase this. So you erase. Good. Alright, we add our text. Now you've added your text, so just click on size and increase. Okay, so this works better. So let's change the font. Let's try something we've used. I don't know if this will work. Okay, let's try the Nevis again. Excellent. So let's try a different color for the font. Let's say we use something. Yeah. So let's try this. Okay. Yeah. And let's see if we can change the color, the stroke color of this shape. Then you use the same perspective. Use the same perspective feature to achieve this. Okay. All right. You have this. The design is almost ready. Then you add your contact logo, contact icon actually. Uh, yeah, because it's in circle form, it's in round form. So you use this, click on this here, and you reduce in size. Okay, add a stroke. And reduce the stroke width to 1. Okay, and you add the font numbers. You select your desired font. Make sure you don't use multiple kind of fonts in one design. Please try as much as possible to avoid using so many fonts in just one design. Then you add the last item. Reduce. So we add the next text. Uniquely tasty. Change the color. Let's use this. Yep. Okay, let's try a different font for the uniquely tasty. I've used this before. Okay, let's use this classic. Correct. So we can increase the spacing now. Make it bold. And finally, we have this and save. So let's assume we want to print this. You can print this to any size. So while you're saving, please save it as ultra instead of very high. Okay, you can save it as ultra. The size of the design will increase as usual when you have a higher definition pictures. Okay, and let's save. And we're good. Thank you for watching.